Don't leave. You there, the one who loves Breath of the Wild, but played through all the content already. Are you looking for a game to fill the Link-shaped hole in your heart? Well, I have a suggestion for you. Mini Ninjas! Wait, let me explain first. Mini Ninjas is an action-adventure game that was released in 2009 by Square Enix, IO Interactive, and Magic Pockets for these consoles. I personally played this game as a wee 9-year-old, and years later, when playing Breath of the Wild, I found myself feeling a sense of deja vu. So I decided to hop on Twitch and stream myself, counting every innocuous similarity my peanut brain could find, and this was the result. Before we continue, I want to give a special thanks to Gunmetal Hime on Twitch for helping me with this video. She provided all of the B-roll for the Breath of the Wild scenes, so go check her out and tell her that she is beloved. Right out the gate, they use a very similar visual format for explaining the history and lore of the game and their respective Dark Lords. Breath of the Wild with Calamity Ganon, Mini Ninjas with the Evil Samurai Warlord. That name is a little on the nose if you ask me, but it's fine. Both games have a team of 6, counting the main heroes, whose unique abilities allow them to stand a chance against the Dark Lord. Both Link and Hero gain a unique mode of transportation from an old man in the tutorial stage. Link with the glider and Hero with the ninja hat. Both become critical elements of gameplay. There is a heavy emphasis on gathering food and ingredients to aid you in your adventures, with the ability to make potions and elixirs as well as snacks for the player's benefit. Mini Ninjas being recipe-based, and Breath of the Wild being experimentation-based. Disrespect and destruction of pottery. I have nothing else to say about that. Both of our heroes go outside and touch grass, which is what you should do if you're angrily commenting already that I am so wrong for making this comparison. This is not that serious. Both games allow you to quickly select different equipment during combat by using a sort of reel or wheel interface, as well as having this horizontal scrolling feature to get to different categories of your inventory. We all know about climbing cliffs in Breath of the Wild, and you can do it in Mini Ninjas too, though it's more like parkour than the intense white-knuckle ascent Link is privy to. However, this has its own charm, and we will see how it's used later. In both of these games, you will be tasked with locating the other champions, or other ninjas, and their abilities will be used to aid you in your adventures. Though in Breath of the Wild, it's entirely optional. You can just kind of run up to Ganon and fight him yourself with a stick if you want. But that's beside the point. Each champion and each ninja have a unique ability to offer, and it's just super cool. Fishing! I mean, I guess if you can call what Link does fishing. Does your game even matter if it doesn't have a fishing minigame? Moving on to the forest spirits. These guys remind me of the fairies in Breath of the Wild, and they serve the same purpose of Navi the Navigator in Ocarina of Time. Link and Hero both get magical upgrades by locating shrines scattered throughout the world. Link must complete trials, and Hero must locate a significant flower to activate these shrines. This gives Hero a new spell scroll, and Link gains a spirit orb. They both have a unique way of connecting with animals. Items. Look at me, I'm a bunny! Hup. I tried to become one of you guys. Oh! Hup. Hup. Oh no! Oh gosh, I'm a fish on. Hey man! Ah. There are a lot of collectibles scattered around. And I mean a lot. especially in Breath of the Wild. Both of our protagonists apparently like to leap off of waterfalls. Dangerous hobby, if you ask me.
I don't land on the rock!
Ah, yes. Capitalism. The enemies disappear in a puff of smoke after being defeated. Plus, just look at these guys and try to tell me they don't have serious Botgoblin energy. There are a couple of side quests in Mini Ninjas, but not nearly as many as Breath of the Wild. Definitely not. As the game's difficulty increases, enemies change color to signal how tough they are, with stronger samurai being red instead of blue. Interesting how it's the opposite in Breath of the Wild. We all know and love the Hinox, but the samurai have their own absolute unit to bring to the table. These big boys are capable of giving a decent challenge and require the use of different tactics than typical samurai do. Boy, do they hit hard.
Oh, jeez.
In both games, you can experience 4 main quest boss fights before facing the Dark Lord, and each of these bosses, on top of being entirely different from the usual enemies, have some kind of elemental theme about them, such as the Earth boss here, and Waterblight Ganon here. Silent protagonists are apparently masters of disguise. We also have explosive arrows. That's something. These teleporting bastards. Incredibly frustrating to fight. They even ambush you like the Yiga assassins. Only in Mini Ninjas, you don't totally see it coming every single time.
See all the collectibles in this area. Oh no.
You can shield surf. That's something. Or wakeboard? Wake hat? It doesn't matter. The point is, you can go flying down a mountain, riding across the powder in a hat. And I think it's awesome.
The sledding part is so fun.
I love this game. It's so fun to play, and they really know how to set the atmosphere and make you feel like a ninja. There are some genuinely breathtaking visuals and landscapes. Even though it's not an open world, the levels still feel huge. I don't want to spoil the ending, so I won't, but the final level leading up to the big boss fight is amazing! The music is just so foreboding, and you feel way out of your depth. I'm positive that if you enjoyed Breath of the Wild, then you will totally be able to appreciate this criminally underrated game. As I'm writing this script, I'm watching Gunmetal Hime play Wind Waker on Twitch, and it is only making me more certain that Legend of Zelda fans would enjoy Mini Ninjas. Link to her Twitch is in the description next to mine. You should follow her, she is great. With all of that being said, what do you think? Have you played Mini Ninjas? Did I miss similarities? Do you violently disagree with my stance on this topic? Do you think the devs for Breath of the Wild copied Mini Ninja's homework? Let me know in the comments, and if you liked this little compare and contrast, consider subscribing. I've got more of these videos planned for the future. Anyways, you can leave now.